and welcome back to Sisterly Sparks. I am Orange Spark.
And I'm purple. I got the purple on today. It fits me right.
Got some little oranges going on.
Got the orange. You see what I'm saying?
I'm
We think like
saying,
that.
yeah.
Boom.
Welcome back to another episode. Today we're just gonna talk about what's going on in this lovely American country that we are living in. So before we dive into all of Trump and his audacity, we're gonna do a mental health check-in, see how we're doing. So, how are you doing?
Good. I'm not gonna. Mentally and everything. Besides what's going on the outside of where I reside, I'm fine. I'm good. Blessed so far. Nothing to really complain about. Nothing to. I know. I tried. I don't know what's going on. Uh, and I do apologize up front, you guys. I think we're lagging a little bit. Something's going on, something is wrong. I don't know if it's with StreamYard. I don't know if it's with my computer, but it happened last episode too. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna try and do our best to get through it, okay? Um I don't like the way people speak to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this. I don't like this type of language. You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
I didn't
I
appreciate the
mean,
content.
outside of my four corners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like
Okay. Inside of my corners, I'm perfect. I'm wonderful. I'm great. I'm good. Hmm, outside of these, I can't say the same thing, which is why we're discussing, which is what our discussion is going to be about tonight. Okay. But
okay.
as of right now, without thinking and having that in mind, right now, I'm never been better. So,
Love that for you.
no.
Never been
And
better.
first and second and last of all, real quick, once again, do we see what's going on over here? We see? Do we see though? You know what I'm saying? She whipping it back and forth. And guess what? It's all hers.
It's
How about
all
that?
good. Naturally grown,
All
baby.
hers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And still got shrinkage. Don't play with the curls. But you know what I'm saying?
Don't play with it.
Not too much.
Okay. But anyway, your mental check.
Um, I'm better this week. Health wise, doing much better. So that's really good. I feel like the week's been all right. Um, yeah, it's been fine. I'm good for the most part. Um, yeah, I think I'm fine, which is good. I can't complain. So I'm chilling, which is not too normal. That kind of seems a little like, you sure? So I don't know. Other than like you said,
That's a good thing. If you don't
right,
got if it don't pop up right then, I mean you just trying to find something. Just trying to, and if
right.
it's not, then it's not. It's okay to have, it's okay to be just
Good.
Denilah, don't get back in my video. Go do what you doing. Thank you.
Got out. Yeah. No. Yeah. Schedule's back to normal. Very excited about that. I did some great art yesterday. So that was fun. And I got a cool little week ahead. I'm ready for that halftime show at the Super Bowl. I don't watch football, but I do watch halftime shows. So I'm excited for that. So, I will say that all this crap happening around us with y'all President Donald Trump is It bothers me. I would say that's the problem that I'm having too with the outside world at the moment. Um, I had made a post on social media. The first one was be careful with me, you know, in a world where people love to, oh, let's MLK it, you know, Martin Luther King. I'm more Malcolm X feeling these days.
Hold that thought. Speaking of MLK, you know, maybe it was earlier today when I was at work at Qdoba, and
Mhm.
I was scrolling a little bit after I was done working, and no, it was YouTube, and I had seen he was doing this little live stream, and speaking of that, he was like, I think I caught the butt tail end of it though or something, but he was like something about brought up something about Martin Luther King, and then he was like, and we're gonna keep the dream alive. We're going to make that
Donald Trump
dream a reality or make it true or some. I was just like,
makes no sense.
what
Don't
are you
ask.
making? What are you making? What are you making come to life? What are you making come true? Like what are you doing right now?
It sure ain't letting
What
freedom
dream?
ring, baby.
What did he have more than one dream that we don't know about? Did he have more than one thing that only you maybe know or something and you
Well, you know, he felt inclined to release all of the information on his assassination and whatnot. I think it
but
was in
why
hope.
does first of all though, but why does it first of all, first and foremost and last and lastly and all that, Martin Luther King still was an individual. He was still a male. He was still a human being, which means just because he did something monumental for us doesn't mean that he still wasn't just an actual normal human being like at the core. So no matter what they feel like they could put out that may try and tarnish his legacy, try and tarnish what it was,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
Elon Musk, Apple dude,
Donald Trump himself.
all these other big people that have something going on or whatever, they've had a past too. So no matter what you feel like, this is like some toy, this is like some back and forth banter, back and forth high school. You do this, so I'm a you got more clout than me, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to taint yours and put out all your old stuff so people can feel some type of don't nobody and should nobody, and especially us, we shouldn't feel no way about whatever they try to put out that happened probably in the midst of before or any of that. The only thing we need to be concerned about, which we have been, is the thing he um that he accomplished. So what
Mhm.
if anything else happened that it's not like it was detrimental to other people's lives and all that. Don't worry about his personal stuff or what he had going on or so what? What was you doing around that time?
Hmm.
I hate when people try to do that. Hold on. Hold on. I hate when people try to put out things, and I've said this in several of these sessions, but I really hate when people try and make you look like, try to assassinate your character, try to make you look crazy, bad, try to diminish what you have going on, just because they don't like the amount of respect or the amount of the whatever that you have for yourself. Like, I feel like that's so low. That's so low of somebody to, when you see somebody doing good or something, when you see somebody like do this big gesture or whatever, and because you feel some type of way about it, you know what? Let me just go ahead and say this about this person or put this out about this person, like you're outing somebody or something. Actually, it's making you look stupid. It's really showing who you are. Why do you even feel the need to put something out like that? And how long has it been? So what's the purpose right now? And right now, as we're talking, what's the purpose of putting that information out? What is, do you know? What's the actual reason? If did they say, did was it said of about the actual reason of putting out this information or anything?
No, he hasn't just come out and said his agenda, but he definitely has one with the release of him and Kennedy's, both with the assassinations. And I think personally, his motive is to try and shake our foundation of the progress that we've made. A lot of Black people don't know their history. So where you have this person who you deem as stellar, and for us, for Black people, they look at Martin Luther King as he was the one that came and made the change, the big difference. And then the white people, they view him as, okay, he also is the one, that came and made the change, but he went about it in a peaceful way, so they prefer him. So if they take our one person who did all these great things and made all this progress, and you diminish his character and really, reveal to someone who isn't already aware of these things, then you kind of, in a sense, kind of shake their, like, oh, well, that was the one leg we were standing on. Now you've hit my foundation. I don't know anymore. Maybe we don't have the power that we thought we did. Maybe we don't have the leg to stand on. But whole time, the stuff that he's releasing, and that's not to say that I know everything, but people who are intentional about educating themselves about Black history are aware of a lot of the things that he indulged in. And it also, one of the major things I feel like that he's wanting to get out is, while he was actively advocating for civil rights, which, mind you, that's not the only thing that he was doing. That's the only thing that the white people were willing to give credit for. That was not the initial or the bigger picture for what he was trying to aim for. But I digress. It's the fact that while he was doing what he was doing for the people, he was sleeping around on his wife with the white women. So he's trying to alter this image that even him, while fighting for us, still had the preference for the white people. Like,
so what? Once again,
exactly. Like,
so
his wife knew what he was doing. People knew what he was doing.
He could have been out here being one of these guys that of the world right now, where they, some men have multiple, some men, like, they go for what they actually want. So what? Once again, what does that have to do with the impact that he's had? That's separate. It doesn't matter. None of that should matter. None of it should matter. Did he get the job done that he needed to? Did he make um did he make a way for people? Did he open some doors? Did he open some eyes? Did he in any of that? What you're trying to bring out? What you're trying to?
He's just trying to make cracks into the foundation.
Well, I still don't
Yeah.
understand. None of that is still going to make me feel any other type of way about him or change my mind on the view of him or any. None of that is gonna do any of that to me. For me,
And it shouldn't.
I don't.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. But most people who don't take the time to educate themselves, they'll probably be very upset. Well, he just wasn't shit. Well,
Speaking
there
of,
goes that one.
another side note, real quick, too, that you said that now more than ever, we
Niggas.
we yes need to read. We need to pay attention way more now than ever. We need to know what's going on right underneath our noses, right
Mm-hmm.
outside of our houses. We need to know. We need to know because, and I said this already, they're counting and banking on us being stupid, being dumb, being illiterate, not paying attention, not caring, not noticing stuff. And they do things right underneath
You know,
these things. They
he put it
don't.
in writing. We'll never know.
They say some of the most outlandish stuff. They do some of the most craziest stuff, and they do it right here. Like, oh, they don't know. They're not gonna know. How they gonna know?
Right.
How
And
they
even the
gonna know
ones that do know, you don't take it serious.
at all? This ain't nothing to play with. It's been nothing to play with, but really now, more than anything, it's nothing to play with. And I feel like we need to start. That's why I always say too, like nothing's funny. Like I'm comical. I like to laugh and I like to joke and all that stuff. But at certain times now, there don't be nothing funny. It's nothing funny about the world and how the world is going, or the 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 position the world is in right now. There's nothing funny about um undercover racism. There's nothing funny about or comical about um we got two evils running for who want to run this world. There's nothing funny about when you really feel like you're supposed to be free and have all these um freedoms for stuff and all that, and really low key you still feel enslaved. There's nothing funny about you're walking out your door and all you get is hate looks and hate speech and crazy racial remarks and all that. There's nothing funny when you go into a grocery store and you're of the African American descent, and you get looked at crazy because they're like, why are you here? There's nothing funny about you trying to speak and be cordial to somebody, and you trying to run a business, and you're being looked at as like you're affecting or you're infecting a Republican area, and why are you here? There's nothing funny about the educational system trying to be demolished. There's nothing funny about you over here laughing about or you making jokes about trying to make Martin Luther King's dream come true, but yet at the same time you're writing and signing all these orders to demolish and try to get rid of the black person. There's nothing funny about African American being in this world and feeling like that they're alone, or feeling like that they're always going to be judged, or always going to have some type of negative something on them, and we have to watch our backs every time we go out that door, every time we turn our backs, every time we look to the side. We always have to wonder what's going to happen. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about when you're driving and you see police cars and you get tense as fuck because all you know is they like to shoot. And once they stop you, you never know what's going to happen because they're trigger happy. Nothing's funny about a lot of stuff. And yes, we find a lot of things funny now all of a sudden. And I don't understand that. There's nothing funny about anything. And I feel like, yes, there is so much stuff that's going on right now, right around us, and some of us just choose not to pay attention. Some of us choose not to because it's not necessarily happening to us right at the moment, or us specifically. We're gonna just not think about it, not do anything about it, not say nothing about it, whatever. We're also told, and we're also they also tell us we shouldn't bring up religion, politics, or I forgot the other one. I say you can kiss. I say I don't care what you say, because I feel like everybody should have whatever opinions they feel. And if I'm feeling a way, you're not gonna make me not say nothing about something or not do something about something if I choose to or not, or whatever. I feel like I'm entitled to my opinion. And if it hurts you, then it hurts. If I say something hurt me, do that matter to anybody? Should it? Probably. Do it? Probably not. So you know what I'll say? I'm gonna say what I want to say, regardless. That's how I feel. Like, I don't understand. So yes, and I'm sorry, I got you way off topic, but you saying that made me just think of that. And because he did bring up that Martin Luther King, he brought it up in a little whatever speech that he had going on. He was making a talk or saying something, and he was talking about I think he was talking about some type of money for some issue or something. And he was talking about and he keep talking about these immigrants and all that stuff, and like what he's gonna keep away, what he's gonna start again, or how he's gonna continue to make America great now that he's back, and he's doing this, and he's putting in order this now and setting it straight. And you in the background, you just hear so many people cheering, so many people woo hoo, yay, yay. What are y'all woo hooing about?
I was about to say something.
Go ahead. I'm done. I just have to say that because I that made me think of that, and yeah, it's whatever.
Nah, it was gonna be messed up. I'm gonna say it anyway. You said what they woohooing about, and I just feel like they woohooing because they feel like they're gonna be able to step into their ancestors' shoes and actively and outwardly be a
Get
part
you
of the
outwardly your ass whooped.
That part.
One by one.
That part.
Or whatever.
All of that. Because nobody's about to play with y'all.
We're not them same people.
No.
I say it all the time. I listen.
Yeah, our ancestors didn't have access to what we had. They also didn't have the knowledge. And that's not to say that they were weak. It's not to say that they were dumb, but what you have to understand is, especially being born into slavery, you don't know nothing else. You literally know nothing else. So you don't know. I mean, you obviously know that you don't want to be there, but you don't know that there's a possibility for a different life. And they show you things intentionally to, make sure that you don't ever try to find out anything outside of it. So I won't say that they were weak, because they were not that. But yes, we are definitely a different breed. And baby, when I tell you, I will reach back to the farthest ancestor I got with all my might. Okay, y'all gonna have to take me out literally. Y'all gonna have to, because we're not going for it. We have access to weapons. We are aware of what the possibilities are. We know we've been out here around the world, in the world, doing things that are not associated with physical chains and being lynched and whipped, raped, beat, all these things by white men, and slave owners. So we're not going to just roll over and be like, all right, we didn't came too far, fought too hard. Our ancestors fought too hard. We not backsliding like that. Not without no fight. And I really wish that the Black community would wake up and come together and realize, excuse me, the power that we have individually is good, but it's so much greater when we are able to come together. And y'all, they know that's what they're intimidated by. They're aware of what we have, what we can do, our capabilities. That's why they don't want us to come together, and we're not educated enough. We're not mature enough. We don't try to climb out of the cycle that they've put us in. Although we don't have physical chains, we're being raised by parents who did. Well, parents who were raised by parents who were raised by parents who did. So there's still a lot of that mentality even without the chains. And we don't try to fully claw out of that. We just say, oh, well, forget it. That's just how we're supposed to be. We need to do better. We need to wake up. We need to come together. We need to be starting our own Black owned everything again. What was it? Wall Street. We need grocery stores. We need anything you can think of. Shop, just regular shopping, hair. If you can think about it, we need it. We need it because at the end of the day, we are going to, okay, please do. That's, you don't want the smoke, but we are definitely headed towards what will be, what I presume to be, a civil war. And it's nothing like being able to come together. And they've always said about us, they don't have to kill us because we kill ourselves. And there is some truth to it. They kill us too, but we do a lot of killing our own, and we need to step more into the protecting our own, unite, be in unity, and build our own communities.
Mm-hmm.
Survival is going to be hard. It's not that we can't do it, but we're going to have to go into survival mode here soon. Trump has already revealed to us what time zone he's trying to go back to. He's already, and the whole thing about the keeping Dr. King's dream alive, he fought for our freedom. You're signing executive orders to literally take away rights, that we don't have the same rights as white people. What do you mean? Like, it's very contradicting. But people who, again, uneducated, they think, oh, that's not what that is, or they don't even know what's going on. They can't comprehend the things. And that's not, again, I'm not saying I know everything, because I don't. There's still things that happen that I gotta research and look into, like, oh, that's what this is. But yeah, things are a lot deeper than what we realize. So we need to be intentional. And let me just say, on the comment about everybody can, speak in religious and political and all that good stuff, baby, we can and we should talk about it. But I do want you to know and understand, if you voted for that nigga Trump, just know I know where we stand. Because before the election, he put out Project 25, which is unrolling before our eyes. And the fact that you voted for him allows me to realize that that is exactly what you wanted. That is exactly how you see me as a Black woman, as a Black friend in your circle. And just know that I know. And I see you.
Why you try to act like you didn't know what that was, though? Like, why you try to you up here acting stupid in front of people's faces, and you got all these idiots like behind you and rooting for you, and you literally fucking them too. For real.
Yep. He always said when he would run for president, he would go for the Republican Party because they're stupid. Out of the mouth of Donald Trump. Go look it up. He playing y'all too. Ha! And that's why he had y'all do his dirty work to y'all that stormed the Capitol. Yeah. He know what's going on.
So about this whole DEI. So I'm gonna be truthful and say I know what the letters mean. I know somewhat the gist of what it is, but I can't say I totally understand like everything uh around it, but just with the diversity, equity, and inclusion, just those words alone, the meaning of those make me feel like we were like it was helping like making stuff equal, making things equal, making it
Us to have the same rights as white people.
right,
Literally.
like for many things and
Considered human and not
situations. And I feel like I don't know why that was such a big accomplishment, because that was one of the things when he said that he got rid of that, or he signed to demolish that. People was rooting for, people were yelling and screaming and woohooing and right when he said that, matter of fact, it's after is when he brought up the whole Martin Luther King and the making the dream alive and all that, and I think he actually did a speech on Martin Luther King's day, if I'm not mistaken, or the day before, something like that.
That man got sworn into office on Martin Luther King's day.
Okay, maybe that's the speech I was looking at or something that they kept playing.
It is, because then they had the black guy go up there and he prayed and touched on Martin Luther King too, and you could see how irritated Mr. President was on telling him to uphold the dream and what the dream was actually about, because he knew that's not what he was about to be up there doing.
So y'all are telling me that the things that's happening right now, the plan, the laws, the the whatever you want to call it, what he's setting in motion, everybody wanted it. Everybody's in agreement that this is the best thing for America. This is the best things for all the people that's in America. You telling me that in order for you to make America great again, you have to get rid of the people that actually made America great? You telling me that to make America great again is you putting people further and further in debt, in enslavement, confinement, no education. You're taking out, if not already, anything that have to do with Black history and schoolings and public places. And like, so first of all, for me, my brain goes to what is it about all of that that's triggering you? What is it doing to you so bad that you feel like as a nation, as a country, you have to get rid of? That right there should make people feel like and make people think and start triggering people to open up their minds a little bit, just a little bit.
No, a lot of it. Because if you take away all of those things, what does a person have? Especially the new generation. What kind of job can you go out and get? What kind of business ownership can you have? What kind of generational wealth can you have? What kind of wealth can you have for your own self? Nothing. Them jobs that open up from the people that you deporting. That's it. That's all. Just saying. My bad. Go ahead.
No, and speaking on that too, the deporting again. I also read a story where it was he deported this person because they were speaking Spanish. But they were literally born here.
Yep.
They wasn't an immigrant, but just because they were speaking Spanish, he was trying to deport them.
He's trying to deport Black people. If you're Black, you came from Africa. Whole time, nigga. That freaking Christopher Columbus came over here and discovered nothing but niggas, because niggas and Indians was here first. Sorry, not sorry. Bitch, Christopher Columbus didn't discover shit but us. So where are you going to send us? Bitch, we're not all... Some people came on a slave ship, yeah. But there was the earth was populated already for years before with niggas. It all started with niggas. But I digress. And it's also crazy that not only are you trying to deport the people who are citizens, but you're going back generations. If you were born here, but your mama wasn't, your daddy wasn't, your grandma wasn't, y'all all gotta go, and you're not a U.S. citizen. And then y'all, please don't be stupid. They're not gonna just come out and say it, but all of a sudden, not everybody's getting these citizenships in Africa because Africa is telling people, "Hey, y'all can come back home." Basically, talking about the people that came from the ship, but y'all can come back home. Y'all can come over here to the motherland. Now, all of a sudden, planes is going out the air for days because people are trying to get out of here. All of a sudden, it's plane crashes. Flying is not safe to get out of the country. But I digress.
They even talking about the Air Force and stuff and those planes and stuff crashing and stuff, or being
the people in the military know what's up. They know what's up. They've been knowing. They know more than we do.
Nothing and nobody is safe.
Down. They can't. You want to know why? Because then they'll deem them a terrorist. And now you're a target. Now you gotta die because you were serving this country, and then now you're a terrorist. You done flipped on this country. You're eliminated. You cannot live. But y'all keep fighting for that great old American dream.
Great America. It's wild to me. I would say to everybody, at least watch like 30 minutes of the news, or like a station or a channel that have to do with the current events, and getting to know a little bit. Even 30 minutes a day will change or try and help you like have a different perspective on the things that's going on. Also too, one of the things about this religion stuff, one of the reasons why, because I did for a minute, when we was growing up, I was Baptist first, and then my mom became a Jehovah's Witness, right? And we studied that for a while. But one of the big reasons why I went against it, or like I don't prefer is because one of their beliefs is um, that you really don't pay attention to the world and you really don't, involve yourself in what's going on or whatever. And I feel like because we did that for so long, I feel kind of lost a little bit. And I feel like I'm just now trying to catch up on things that's happening, things that's happened. Um, and I just feel like, okay, I guess two things can be right because, I mean, not wanting to, if you believe there is another kingdom, another whatever, and that's supposed to be yours, but you're just here until whenever or whatever, or for whatever reason, okay, that's fine. But at the same time, we're here and things are happening once again around us,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like to just shun all that away and potentially have something physically, mentally, whatever affect you in any type of way, and you do nothing because you just have this awesome, this outlandish, this maximized faith that things are going to work itself out, or I feel like that's nuts. um Not saying that everybody can do something, that will change something or that will make something different. Not saying that. But one, I feel like we should have our opinions. We should feel, or we should be able to feel how we how we naturally feel about the things that's happening and the things that's affecting us. And I feel like if something is affecting one of us, I feel like it should be affecting all of us, because you never know, the things that happen to you could possibly happen to other people. And you don't know when and how that's going to be. Um you don't know what tomorrow going to bring. You don't know what each hour of the day is going to bring. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. People can turn real quick. And just like Orange Spark said, I do also feel like we're gonna be in another world war. Like, I feel like soon. And I feel like this is gonna be a big one, because you're getting into it with literally everybody. You
Neighbors, dogs.
we're not gonna have any, we're not going to be able to ship stuff. We're not going to be able to get stuff. We're going to have to spend outlandish money on things that we would normally not spend outlandish money on. We're food, gas, oil, like all that stuff. It's going to be so crazy. And because you feel like this is how you're making America great again, by putting in motion and going to these other leaders and telling them what you're going to do or what's not going to happen or what they're not going to do. Like, they're not going to do anything, or they're just going to sit there and just let you tell them. Like, I need somebody to make it make sense to me, because it don't make sense to me. I mean, I know I see a lot of people out here that they feel like this is sensible living, sensible how this world is, but it's
Nope.
not at all.
Nope.
Can't no white person sit up and tell me that at any point of time in the day that they have worries about their life. None of them can sit up and tell me when they walk out their door they have a feeling of
Worry.
entrapment. They have a feeling of something bad happening to them. They have a feel of what's next? Like,
The only thing that they could tell you that they fear is us. They fear that we're going to steal
but
or
why
rape,
would you fear
or
us?
they're afraid of retaliation. They're afraid that we're going to do to them what they did to us. They say that we're violent. They say that, let's stick there. They say that we're violent. Where in history have you seen us inflict violence? Or have you seen the white people inflict the violence? But we're so violent. It's very contradicting. And y'all call yourselves, you in a black neighborhood, you got to lock your doors. You in an elevator and a black person enters and you got to clench your purse. Why? When whole time our mindset is not even revenge. We not trying to get our look back. We just trying to live in peace. That's what people been fighting for. But
What
any white person, if you ask them if they would like to switch roles, if they feel that they in life want to be treated how black people are treated, I bet you not one will say yeah. Yeah, they're fascinated with our culture. Yeah, they're fascinated with our hair. Yeah, they're fascinated with our style, our music, our everything else. But the way that we are treated as human beings, they'd never want to switch places. Now, there are some people who they don't like the fact that they're white. Okay, they wish that they was black. They try to be black. They want to be black so freaking bad. But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, they pull on their white privilege every single time. They have that get out of jail free card. But I digress.
what makes what makes a white person feel like another person of a different nationality don't deserve to be free, don't deserve to have an opinion, don't deserve to live in a world and not have the fear of dying or being killed or being poisoned or being rejected. What
You
I
got to
just
go
would
deeper
like
than that.
somebody to
You
I
got to,
just want somebody to enlighten me just even on that though. Like I just feel like what makes a person, okay? Any just what makes a person feel like that their life is more important or they value themselves more than the next person. Why don't you feel like the next person should have the same um what's the word? The same
rights.
as you.
Well, you got to go deeper in that question, because for you to feel like the next person should have the same treatment as you, the same opportunities as you, the same everything as you have to see them as a person. They truly believe that we are not, it's much deeper than, oh, y'all aren't like us. Because obviously with our culture, we're not like y'all. We're not. But you literally believe that we have a higher pain tolerance. So when you used to practice your procedures, you would do unmedicated, unsedated surgeries on black people because you felt like we had a higher pain tolerance than white people. Like you literally felt like we were animals. We were not a person to you. So in order for you to feel like I have the same rights and I deserve to have the same treatment as you have to see me as a person. You have to understand that once you cut my skin and you cut your skin, that we both bleed. They don't believe that we are literally genetically made the same. They feel like we are literally, that's why they talk about the evolution of the freaking apes and whatnot. Like they genuinely do not believe that we are human. So those questions, although valid, that's scratching the surface. They can't answer those unless they answer the deep rooted question of how is it because my skin is darker than yours? that I'm not considered an actual human? Why do you feel like I have a higher pain tolerance? Why do you feel like my life is valued less than yours? Because I'm not pale, because I don't lack the melanin. But yet, see, that's the tricky part, because what, like, y'all literally is, you say that, I say that in one hand, but also in the other hand, I feel like they realize, like, I don't know if they feel like we're not human because they see the greatness, because y'all literally, they literally used to kill us, take our teeth, make dentures with our teeth. Y'all used to make purses, couch covers, blankets, and whatever else with our skin. Like, y'all sell our organs on the market for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
You're killing people just for the organs.
But y'all don't do the same to white people. So again, they understand our value. They understand the greatness. They just can't allow us. We can't, they can't afford for us to know and understand. Because at the point that we know and understand, baby, it's a wrap for them. And this lie that y'all keep telling, saying that we are the minority, whole time y'all have been and shall continue to be the minority, because which race is the only one that's able to produce any and every race possible? That would be us. So y'all came from where? That would be us. But okay. Keep it cute. And for my black people out there who got organ donor on your driver's license, I'm gonna need you to take that off, baby, because that organ is not gonna go to a black person. Not at all. It's not even gonna go to the person on the highest person on the trans list, baby. It's gonna go to a white person that got money. It's gonna be donated to science and lab to figure out how they can save the next white person. And baby, also they're going to advise that before you're actually dead, that there's no chance, we're not keeping you on life support, we're not keeping you on all this other stuff, because they want your organs. They no longer care about the person. But a dead body does not equal organs, that are salvageable. So take that crap off of your driver's license, please and thank you.
It's getting wild out here. They're capturing people, and people are disappearing. Right before we even got on live, we were talking about all the dang plane crashes now all of a sudden. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that's going on that like a lot of people be like, well, how? Wow. Like, why is that happening all of a sudden? And then there's the other people that's like, come on, man. Just put it all together. You know, there has to, it's an agenda for everything. And there is, it's not a coincidence that now all of a sudden we're having all these plane crashes. And for you to be the president and want to try and blame the DEI as the reason why that plane crashed, or it was the helicopter ran into the airplane, and give yourself tell yourself a suitable reason for you enough to have done away with the DEI. So now you got to make an excuse, or you got to say something as to reason why you chose to do that. So, and the reason why you chose to do that and to tell people that you did it was, well, see, this is why.
Yeah. Not cool whatsoever.
How does that make sense?
It don't at all. Not even a lick. None of it makes sense. It was all planned. It was all planned, and the lady talked about the phone call that he had made prior before to make the arrangements, but we're not gonna get into much of that. And let me just say allegedly, because don't come for me, Trump. But before you go into the air, I don't know what it's called, but something control, air control, whatever it is, like they are in communications to ensure that things like that don't happen. Okay, literally. And there's no way that that was coincidental, accidental. And before those planes collided, I'm pretty sure one saw the other and could have dove up, down, around, to the left, to the right, whatever the case. Head on collision, that's giving suicide mission. But all right, y'all knew wasn't gonna be no survivors. And what was the population on that plane from the first crash? Was it people from Russia? Was it people from China? Oh, because they was here for the what? The figure skating? These people that you was trying to have beef with? What kind of message are you trying to send? Oh. Okay. 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 And let me just say before I forget, which is kind of off topic but on topic. When I say this, please hear me. Please hear me. Please hear me. Please hear me. First of all, nobody wants kids more than me. Just know this. So when I say this, I do not say it lightly. Okay. I don't say it lightly. They want us to have more children. They don't feel like the population is up enough and they need more babies. People are not having babies. Now we think, oh, yeah, we're not having babies because who's going to pay for them? Who's fitting the bills? We can barely survive with the one individual ourselves versus the families that we have, right? That's our mindset. But in addition to that, there is a reason and a purpose, especially in the direction that our country is heading into, that they want you to have these babies. So please do what you can to not have no more kids, at least not right now. It is not going to end well for you or for your kids. We
It's
are
like they
headed into
basically
times.
playing a numbers game basically with it, because at one time they'll
Absolutely.
say like we're too populated, we're too overpopulated. Then again, in another token, it's we don't have enough. We're not gonna have, if people keep going like they're going, we're not gonna have enough humans or whatever to be populated enough to blah blah blah. What is it? Pick what you doing. Pick what
They need people to raise up and to put in them camps. They need people
come
to be
on.
raised, trained from infancy, people who don't know what freedom is, people who don't know what freedom looks like. They need those children to be raised up in these environments to be able to digress back into the time zones that Trump has already revealed to us that he wants to go back to. If you love yourself, if you love your children, if you love your families, don't have no more. Not right now.
And call me a conspiracy theorist all you want to, but I feel like when these diseases and disorders and sicknesses and all that shit is happening, I
Oh
feel like
man.
that's when they put all this stuff out there, when they're trying to control the population.
But
They
let
know
alone the
exactly the
diseases
number
out
of people
here.
they want to get rid of. Huh?
They put the diseases out here just like they put COVID out here.
They're
And now
human
this
made
freaking thing
people.
that's in the
Do y'all
chicken,
know that? Do
whatever
y'all know
chicken
that all these diseases
around.
and disorders are human made, which means
Hell
somebody
yeah.
were in a lab and made this shit. So if they
Yes.
actually made this stuff, do y'all not think that they don't have the cure for
Population
this stuff?
control. Hell yeah. And they
No?
test all of our stuff in eggs and chickens. That's why we have an aversion to, and in cows. Niggas, we what? Divert from eggs and lactose intolerant. This is why. But I digress.
We're just them little figurines where they have the strings on there and they're just controlling how they want. They're just pulling the strings however they choose and they feel like they need to. Like we're in this big ass maze. You ever seen them model homes or whatever when they put them on the desk or something and they give you visuals of like blueprints and shit. I feel like that's what we're in right now, and they're watching and seeing and putting things in motion and putting stuff in place and just watching you like fumble, watching you mess up, watching you like just try to figure your way out. And laughing.
And they put the stuff in front of our faces. And you know what? When the Hunger Games came out, it really had me thinking, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, they really put these people in this dome. And they got them out there fighting for survival. And they just watching to see what happened, how people respond, how people react, how people do whatever. So they put this out there because they got to put it in our faces. They have to tell us, okay? So they put it out there. They see how we respond. We think everything's a joke, everything's fun and games. But now you got this man talking about we're building, the U.S. is building a dome to cover all the states. And what do you think is going to happen inside this dome? Yeah, the outside world can't attack us. But what you think gonna happen inside this freaking dome?
Y'all, if y'all don't feel like these movies that they have out is signs for us, y'all just think some people just have these wild imaginations and wild just like, and y'all really don't think that there's agendas behind all this. Excuse me, y'all are crazy.
Yep, very much so.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all can say anything y'all want to about me and how I be thinking and what I be whatever, but you're not gonna pull a fast one on me. It's not gonna be fast like that. It's too much, too coincidental, too like just think about all the movies that you've watched. Think about all the sitcoms and shows and just think about all that. Think about what's going on right now. Think about what happened previously in like before your time. Just think about all this shit. There's not a possibility that you think that this stuff is really actually either going on right now, will be happening, or any of that. No.
It really makes me want to watch The Simpsons.
Yo.
And I mean start to finish.
Like, how you get everything right, though?
And I mean, even in the little details.
The Boondocks
outfits. Yes. Yes, they have to put it in our faces. They have to. Just like they found mermaids. And what they put in front of our face, Ariel. You think that's what a mermaid really looked like? No. But that's that way when you see one, you don't think that that's what it is. They all right. They got y'all thinking, even with angels. Oh, they're these little, they look like human beings with wings. Fuck no. Baby, let me tell you something. If an angel came to visit me, I would die. I would die. I couldn't have been Mary, okay? Because let me tell you, every time an angel appear, what they say, do not be afraid. Nah, fuck that. I'm scared. I'm terrified. My soul just left my body. Okay? No. They try to alter and disfigure any and everything. The world as you know it is not as it is. Things as you know it, it's not real. It's not, it's plain.
It's just simple. Upsetting. It's
and reptiles are real. conspiracy theory. But let me tell you, Queen Elizabeth was a reptile. And yes, there are still reptiles, and there was one up there on the stage with Trump. But go ahead.
It's just triggering though, for real. It's tiring and exhausting. And it makes you wonder, and it makes you, I don't know. I just, it's nuts. It's
I feel like it's crazy because I feel like we made progress, yes, but I feel like life was still already hard enough. Like we never went from slavery being 0% to 100%. I feel like we went 0 to like 50%. Like we was still out here being watched when you go into stores. We still out here being called nigger. We still, people to this day still being lynched. Yes, in 2025. Okay, well, I can't say that. 2024. I don't know that anybody's been lynched in the last month in a few days, but like we made progress, yes. But we did not fully come out of this like everybody is just equal. We never truly made it. And before we can even get to the point to where we actually make it out of all of the oppression, we're already backsliding towards 0. As if life wasn't hard enough to be black in America, to be a black male in America, to be a black woman in America.
it's ridiculous. It's you're having to we're having to fight for something that should already be. We're having to defend who we are as human beings, not just as humans.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense.
I can't fathom. Yeah, I've had that same thought of like, I've never understood how they could truly believe that we're like not human, that we're not people. Like, there are people who genuine like the KKK and the people who like to use nigger really believe that we are not just like them in the sense of humanism. Like I really like what has to be done or said to convince you that yeah, those aren't real people. Yeah, that wouldn't hurt them. Yeah, they're not like I've never been able to get that through my brain. Like I've never been able to comprehend how someone comes to that conclusion. How can you truly believe that? And you know people truly believe it because, and this has been a topic lately I've been seeing on the internet that, and you see it a lot of nursing homes, but people who are racist at their core, you know, people, elderly people sometimes go through Alzheimer's and dementia. You know, the one thing they don't forget, that they hate niggas. If you truly hate niggas, when you go through dementia and Alzheimer's, you still remember that you do not like niggas. And it's crazy. It's like it's that deep embedded in you. And that blows me.
Hold on.
Because now you forget everything else. But I guess.
Yeah. It's wild. It's you know, this another this is another reason why it's so hard for people to remain good people. Um, it's so hard for people to show niceness and kindness and stuff. Even though, you strive for that, that should be foundational. That should be all that. But in today's society, in today's world, and given the things that's going around and going on, and just knowing majority of the people's opinions and beliefs and the things that they believe in and what they're after and all that, it just makes you get in the state of, the fight or flight. It makes you get in a fight stage all the time. um I feel like every time now I just walk out the door and I see people, I don't mean mug, but at the same time,
You gotta
you just
you gotta give this don't fuck with me. Try if
period.
you want to. Yeah.
And because you don't know what the next person, like, they can be literally be right next door to you.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
And now I don't want anybody to play with me in my face. I don't want anybody to do any type of underlying crap, say anything, because I don't want nobody making light of any of this. And because you think that it's okay, you think it's cool, so you just going, I mean, Trump's in office now, so you got the freedom to show your colors and show your true self. You go get that true ass whoop. You gonna run into the wrong one. Trump's not Trump don't got your back 24/7, 365.
You
He don't
feel.
lay down with you. He don't live with you. He don't sleep with you. He's not in your same area. You better watch yourself. People better watch themselves. They doing too much. He's allowing and giving people too much freedom to do things that will get them in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I gotta take this down, y'all. It's hurting. Um, yeah, I just don't even want to be social no more for real. Like, mm, I don't know. I just I just feel like everybody needs to talk about the things that's going on right now. Whether you agree or not, whether you whatever side you feel like you on or whatever, I just feel like there needs to be more open discussions. There need to be more openly verbal people discussing, manifesting, speaking, any of that, like their truths, their beliefs, their opinions about stuff, like, because I feel like it's for so long we've been quiet. For so long we haven't had a voice of opinion about anything. Um, we haven't really spoke our truths. We haven't really, because we are the minority in right now, as they want to call us, I guess, so to speak. And we feel like we don't have a voice. We feel like we don't, what we say don't matter. Well, let's start saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start saying what we feel matters. Let's start saying or acting like we're in control of ourselves, of our own stuff. What's going to happen? What could be some of the possibilities that can happen? We all gang up and realize that we are powerful together than separate. We all get together and we really can outpower the minority. We all get together and take back what's rightfully ours. We all get together and gain more knowledge and power and
Mm-hmm.
wisdom. What can really happen? What are we so afraid of? What has gotten to us so bad that we feel like we go through our head and we feel like we are not capable of having any type of participation in any type of change or any type of equality. What or who said something to you that made you feel like your voice don't matter, your opinion don't matter, your view don't matter, like you're not human? Who told you that? What documentation do you have? What actual person told you that you're not real? You don't belong. Because of your skin color, you don't matter. Because of your skin color, you can't do certain things. Because of your skin color, you are beneath me. We're so different. Why are we in the same place? Why are y'all using our stuff and discussing it as you guys are the ones who made it, thought of it, started it, invented it, but we're nothing. We don't mean nothing. Our lives don't mean just nothing. The things we do, however, though, they're big enough for you to steal and
Make your own.
change up, make it your own, and but that's it, huh? We get just used and abused, put to the side, killed off, disappeared. Hmm. I guess
Got to do better. They
we
need to
gotta
do
do
better.
better as people.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do better. We have to stop fighting each other over little stupid, silly shit. We have to stop being into it with each other over just things that actually for real don't matter right now in this day and time. We
Mm-hmm.
have to for real look and think that it's too much going on for us to have to worry about the small things that's happening right to us and for us. You don't get your way, so you're mad, so we're angry at each other. Somebody looked at you wrong, so now I hate this person. Somebody didn't speak to you in a day or in a week, and now it's off with your head. Like we do some of the most outlandish shit. We make excuses for not speaking with each other, not helping and working with each other. We make some of the most. It's that easy. It is so easy to dismiss somebody, but it's so hard to team up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They want us divided, is what we as a
And we're
people.
doing just that.
Yep.
We're doing exactly what they want. We're giving them what they want, which is why they didn't have to really do too much initially. All they did was sit back, pop popcorn, and watch us mess
Literally.
ourselves. That's it. And then when they start catching on to some of us actually being open and realizing things, okay. Now we can't sit back too much now. We got some people who know what's going on. We can't have them telling other people what's going on. Can't have everybody knowing what's actually going on. So now we got to shake stuff up. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been shook, and they keep shaking too. And we're just steady, just giving them what they need. Do better. I'm done with the topic for tonight. It be too much for me. The energy, like the audacity. I feel like that's the word we was looking for the last time. I don't know why I just feel like it. But anyway, the audacity of people, of the president, of these people, his following, the audacity. That's all I have to say. The audacity.
Audacity. It's
Any
real.
final words or anything else you would like to discuss or talk about with all this? I know I'm personally done for now.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Um, I would say closing remarks would just be huge thank yous. Again, thank you to all the different countries that are praying for us, that are protesting for us, that are essentially standing up for us. It is greatly appreciated. Here within the States, I want to say thank you to all the teachers who are defending the children when ICE come in to deport the babies from school. Thank you for standing up for those babies and for those families and, protecting them. I wish things were different, but this is where we're at. So I pray that everybody wakes up, pay attention to the news. Like Purple Spark said, 30 minutes a day will make a huge difference. Be aware, be alert. Those who haven't yet, make sure you find some type of self-defense class, a shooting range, anything to
Wait,
be able to defend yourself and your families. Oh, I thought you said wait, my bad. Um, yeah, take proper precautions and y'all be safe out there. There you have it for another episode of Sisterly Sparks. I'm Orange Spark.
mhm. And I'm Purple Spark. And until next time, we gotta go.
Peace, love, and hair grease. Happy Black History Month.